Hello everyone, welcome to Stamping Flair, and my name is ROCHELLE'S. Thanks for joining me today for my Facebook Live. It's my creative escape in the middle of the week where we can share some creative inspiration. Um, Please let me know who's here and who's joining me, and I'll just give a few seconds for you to hop on, say hi. And I've been sharing sneak peeks every week as to what I am going to be doing. So I hope you've been able to catch that. We're creating with the Christmas Scottie stamp set and the punch today. We've got a bit of a cute card today. So just bear with me. How has your week been? Mine's been a little bit hectic, just trying to get things done. But I hope you've been catching up with my sketches every day, my Sketch Timber Challenge. And if you have been creating with that, please share it so that I can have a look at your beautiful creations. Just love to see what you have been making. It's been a lot of fun for me creating those sketches and also creating for those sketch challenges. It really makes you think and work and try. I've been trying to use different products. Sometimes you would see I've been duplicating products because just I've been wanting to create with them, but I've been trying to mix and match some products. So I hope you're getting a good range of them and enjoying the variation maybe in styles I've been trying to show as well, and see what you can create with using those sketches. Sketches are always a great starting point. Now, during September, if you are new to my page, it is my birthday month, and I am running a special for every $50 you spend in store. And I can order that for you. Place your orders. If you don't want to order online, that's fine. I can help you with your ordering. Every $50 you spend during September puts your name in the draw for a $200 hamper from me, which I will be drawing on the 2nd of October. So if you spend $100, you get 2 entries in the draw. Now, currently, there's weekly specials going with Stamping Up. So tomorrow there will be a new lot of specials coming out. There is a day, so tomorrow it will overlap. So you will have this week's specials. It's just a bit of a glitch in the system, but you can take advantage of it. You will have this week's and next week's specials will overlap for one day only. So if you want to get the best of both weeks, you can do that for tomorrow only. But really, those specials are only for a week by week, and that's the way I've been advertising it. But there has been a bit of a glitch. So take a look tomorrow. I will post the new specials, which will last another week. But for tomorrow, you'll be able to see the overlap of products. So you will have a bit of a range there from this week and next week. Also, we have the partners promotion, which is Perfect Partners Promotion, which is some dies, 6 dies, which are coordinate with some bundles, with some stamp sets that we have. They're only available till end of September. That includes, for me, my favorites were the Apple Blossoms and this Birthday Piggy. So if you want to get them, I would suggest that you get them soon, because once they sell out, they will sell out. I mean, you still have a few days of September left, but there are 6 dies in that lot. And when you buy them as a bundle, you will save 10%. Okay, so I'm just getting my stuff here. I'm going to create with 2 of these stamp sets. So we've got the Christmas Scottie, not the penguin, and I'll be using the Penguin Place stamp set. Now, was a great bundle from last year. It's still there, so you've got a matching punch with it, but I'll be just using some elements of this today, some stamps, images, I should say. I'm getting my words all mixed up. And we're using the Christmas Scottie. This is a cute bundle as well, so I think they're kind of very cutesy sets. This particular bundle, which comes with the punch, is featured as one of my Christmas retreat classes. So it is an optional class. It's an add-on option with your Christmas retreat. So when you purchase the Christmas retreat, you have the option to purchase this class, which will give you 4 cards at cost, featuring the Christmas Scottie bundle. Okay. So let me just get my things together. So what I have, I'm going with a bit of a different kind of color palette. I'm going with polished pink, Pear Pizzazz, not Granny Apple Green, Parakeet Party, and Crumb Cake. So those are the 4 colors we are going to be using today. So I've got polished pink, and the inks I'll be using is polished pink, Parakeet Party, and Crumb Cake. So those are our colors, the inks you'll need, and my color scheme will also include Pear Pizzazz. I do like Pear Pizzazz. It's just a bit more an in-between kind of green. It's just a nicer, softer green. So I've got a polished pink card base. And if you like your non-traditional, something a bit different, go with this. If you want to stick with your traditional colors, go with your red and green. This can easily be adapted to just your traditional color palette, but I just thought I'll try something a little bit different. And I've pre-done some die cutting. So I have die cut 2 rectangles. They're both the same size. One is just basic white, and one is Pear Pizzazz. So this is the designer series paper, which comes in our color range. So you'll get one in Subtles. So this is the Subtles pack. So you'll get in all 10 colors of the Subtles. It comes in a pack. You'll get one in the Brights, one in Regals, and one in Neutrals. And you'll also get the in color packs, right? So they're a good backup, not a backup, I should say. If you don't want too much busyness in your DSP maybe, or in your paper, this is a good sort of a in-between one to have, these classic colors. And then if you don't want flowers or anything like that, it's just a simple pattern. So it comes in 4 patterns. Let me show you. So each of the packs will be the same. It's just the colors vary. So for instance, so this is soft sea foam. You'll get a little pattern of flowers. It's just very more muted sort of pattern, but it's more generic. And then there's some lines, right? And spots and the checks which we're using there. I always like to have those on hand. So we're going to start by stamping on our little this rectangle. I've got a bit of mark there, but we can cover that up with our stamping. So to begin with, we'll go with our penguin place. I don't know, who's got this particular stamp set? Hi, Fiona. Great, I'm glad Fiona said I'm going to try your sketches. That's awesome. And then just general sketches, like, you know what I mean? So you can adapt them. So you get all these little stamps, and they're really cute, and you can use them for filling images. The penguin, of course, is cute, but you've got stars and little hearts, and this. So we're going to use that tree and the gift, the present there, the snowflakes and the snowflakes. Star, I said stars. There's snowflakes. I know. The stars are there. And you'll see what I mean by you can swap the colors, right, to anything what you like. So let's go with that. I'm going to bring in a bit of scrap just to stamp on, because I'm just going to put that on my piercing mat. I'm going to start with the tree, and I'm going to move my polish pink because I'll probably mix the colors up. So this is Parakeet Party, which is in color from this year. And it's a fairly random kind of stamping. So if you prefer like a traditional color palette, go with real red, maybe shaded spruce. You could go garden green. If you like Parakeet Party, you could go that with maybe a Merry Malloy might work. Cherry Cobbler. Got plenty options. Now I'm going with Polish Pink, and I'm going to stamp those presents just in between. So I'll cover my, whatever that was, I have no idea. So you can even do presents in different colors if you want. So that's there. Then, I don't know whether I need another piece of basic white to stamp a dog on. Let me cut a bit off here. I've got a big tub of white. Now we'll use I'm using crumb cake for the doggy. Just making sure it's inked up. Well, if you want to use a Stampin' Rewards, then you can go over it again and again. That I stamped that too high. It doesn't matter. I'll just cut my cardstock. Can you see that? There's a mark on that. I'm going to redo that. Flip that over. Let's try that again. That's why sometimes if you do it with a Stampin' Rewards, especially where it's full color and you want a really good image, it helps. I'm okay with that one. So we'll bring our Scottie Dog Punch. You get the boy as well in there, which is you can punch out of glimmer paper if you want, or you can stamp it and punch out. Just press the punch halfway, it holds it in place, and then press that out. So we have got him there. Right, now we have this, which is the same, and what we're going to do is just lay that like that. I've got a piece of crumb cake cardstock. Now, if you're a newsletter subscriber, you will get all the measurements for this, so I will send that out probably early next week. I generally send it out probably the Tuesday, Wednesday night. So Tuesday night, so you get all the latest. We're going to emboss this with the gingham embossing folder. I think. But for a minute, I'm thinking I haven't brought the folder, so just bear with me. Oh no, it's here right in front of me. Look at me. We're going to ink up the embossing folder. So you can do it this either way, but for this purpose, I am going to ink up the side which has Stampin' Up on it, so you can see the logo there, and I'm going to ink up this side. So depending on which side you ink up, it'll give you a different effect. So use that. Then I'll get my embossing machine ready. So this is not a 3D embossing folder, so we don't need the embossing plate, which is the gray one. I'm just going to need the base and 2 plate 3s for this. So the easiest way to line this up would be to place this like that, place it straight. Now, if it wasn't a directional kind of, or something with a straight pattern, it wouldn't matter. If it was flowers or something, which was going something with pattern everywhere, it wouldn't matter. It's only because it's this gingham I want it straight. I'll run that through, and I'm going to run it through again just to make sure that color goes right through. So it'll fill in the little gaps there. Now, if we put the color on the other side, it would pick up the other section, those white areas. So it just depends, and you can try it both ways. It doesn't matter. Just give it a bit of a. If you get bored like I do, just change it up like that. I try to do cards like different, like many of the same, but it never ends up like that because I always change it up. So that might be one way to avoid boredom. So we'll just glue this down. It's a nice folder, but this just adds a little bit extra. Now what I'm going to do is we'll stick this guy down straight on here. I was going to flip it, but no, that has stitching on it. So we'll do it like that. Get some dimensionals. This is a fairly quick card to make. If you wanted to like make multiples, just die cut all your pieces. You could get like something with a 12 by 12 sheet. These come in 6 by 6 sheets, but choose maybe another DSP, or you could even cut basic white cardstock and then add your blending brush over it, add color. There's different ways you could do this. All right. I'm getting my dog ready. But first, I want to heat emboss a sentiment. So we're going to use the sentiment, which is Merry Christmas from the dog, Christmas Scottie one. There's You Are Always Love, Merry Christmas. May your days be furry and bright and woof. So those can be used for anything really. You are always loved. It could be like I think a baby card even, or a children's birthday card. That's quite cute. make it nice. Alright, so we're going to emboss this in white. I have got my embossing additions toolkit. This is a good little kit from our mini catalogue. Stamp it in Versamark ink, which is a gluey ink, which is clear. And then when you add your white embossing powder or whatever embossing powder, it'll stick on there. I'll put that away in a sec. I just want to heat it, make sure everything's okay before I start putting things away. So I'll just stamp that on polished green cardstock. If you haven't registered for World Card Making Day, you can register now. You don't have to register for the event. That's on the 1st of October. This is an event that Stampin' Up are running. You can join the event without registering, but it just enables you to get all the updates. That's what that registering does. So then Stampin' Up can send you all the any updates in relation to the event. I will be sending an email and I will be doing a post with all the measurements. It's up there. If you have already registered, you would have got it from Stampin' Up. But I will send you the information and I will put it up here. But I'm running an event, like I'm running a Zoom session if you want to craft along together. So it's not me running the event as such, but it's just facilitating a way for us to just craft together. So it's from 2 to 5 on the 1st of October. And once you register for the event with Stampin' Up, just get onto my event in Facebook and put your name down there and you will get it'll take you to try booking, and it's just purely to give you the Zoom link. There is no charge for that at all. But it's nice to just, even if you like have the sound, like have Stampin' Up's event on the side, but it's just so that you can compare what we make and chat and whatnot. This little die is from This Birthday Piggy, the coordinating dies. So these dies are available until the 30th of September while supplies last. But so that is a nice little banner type of die, which is in that bundle. Oh. Yeah. Let me put this away. This week's gone pretty fast. I don't know about you. When you tend to do a lot of stuff, I'm on holidays, but still it goes fast. I guess when you're on holidays, it goes a little bit faster. And now you've got a long weekend as well. Some of you, maybe not everyone. But okay. So we will put this down with dimensionals. I was going to put the dog first, but then I thought we'll do this one. I'm going to put a bit of glue on the tail because it's going to just stick down on that. Ah, I forgot I have something else to go on there. Can I rescue this? I reckon I can. All right, I have a snowflake that I wanted to go under that. These are called wonderful snowflakes. So it's iridescent on one side and matte on the other. So this side you could color with blends or inks or whatever. I'm just using the iridescent side. And these are from last year, carried over from last year, or brought back, I should say. So, and now we'll glue him on. And in case it has lost its gluiness, I'll stick that there. Now he needs she is a she. Okay, pink boy. And a glue dot. So this is a polished pink ribbon, open weave ribbon. I'm going to make a really tiny ball, but when you make a ball that's really tiny, don't try to start off by making a tiny ball. So I'm starting off quite on the larger side, and then we'll make it smaller. It makes life easier. If I try to make a teeny weeny one, it's not going to work. Hi, Del. How you going? So see, like you think, oh, that's wastage, but it just makes it easier to make from a larger piece than trying to go really tiny. And if you have the roll, keep it on the roll and then do it. Because it makes only very small. See, I think that side's a bit too big, so we'll go a little bit smaller on this side. It's cute. Balls make everything cuter. I don't know. Might be able to get a teeny bit smaller. So I put a glue dot and I'm just gonna like fold it in half. I just want it tiny. Oops. My scissor got stuck onto it. Here we go. There we go. Now, we will put some pearls, I think. Yes. So this is my sketch for today. I haven't posted it yet because I was waiting for this live to finish, but I will post it up. So this is day 21 of a sketch. This is some iridescent basic pearls. I always say if you are limited in what you can get, obviously, like we can't have everything in the catalog, but if embellishments, if you have to do this or that, just have some pearls and rhinestones. They're good basic starters, and they're classics, so in that sense it'll work. I'm just going to bring in my glue eraser because I stuck my doggy a little bit low. There's a bit of glue there. Now, let's do the inside of the card. I'm just going to stamp what I had stamped on the background here. I thought we could do that. and that kind of, and on our envelope, and that always ties it in. You can use the DSP as well, which is not which would be fine too, just whatever you have. Sometimes if I've got bits and pieces of DSP, I'll use that as well. So I've just got some basic white, and maybe I'll just stamp the tree. Keep it simple. It really does depend how many cards you're making as well, and you're trying to get the job done as to how much you want to embellish and do. You like the colors, or what would you change? What if you were to make this card? What colors would you use? Let me know in the comments. What would you choose? Some people just prefer like the traditional colors. It's a cute tree, isn't it? That's from the penguin stamp set. And I like it, those sort of stamps just to decorate envelopes and things. It's just handy, little ones to fill in the gaps. So I hope you have enjoyed that. So I've just brought in the neutral just to balance that out with the brighter colors, and that's just a me thing. Sometimes I like my neutrals and I like my crumb cake and things, so that's what I added. But you can swap that around, change it up, easy done, and a fairly quick card. The only die cutting was that. And if you really want to avoid die cutting the sentiment, just cut strips on your trimmer. You don't even need to use die cutting, just use 1.5 centimeters of cardstock. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have any questions, pop them up. I'll have a look. You need to get the gingham embossing folder, Fiona. Yes, it's a good one. I like the gingham one. It's nice. You can. It's a bit traditional, but you can. It's a nice pattern. Yeah, it's cute. But if I can help any of you, please let me know. If you have any questions, pop them up and or message me, and I'll get back to you and try and help you as best as I can. I appreciate you watching tonight with me, and I look forward to sharing with you next week. Thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of the week. Enjoy your long weekend and stay safe. Bye bye.